Welcome to Midweek Politics. I'm David Pakman, and it is more than likely October if you're listening to this show on the radio. Coming up a little later, we'll be talking to Seth Weinberger, professor of politics and government at the University of Puget Sound. And Lewis, last week I said that that I don't understand why Iran is still in the United Nations, and he says that they should not be kicked out. So we'll see why. We'll talk to him later. Please visit our website, midweekpolitics.com. And of course, our YouTube video channel, youtube.com/midweekpolitics. If you live in our broadcast home base of Western Massachusetts, October 13th is going to be a large mayoral debate at the Northampton High School. I'll be moderating. We'll have a panel of 3. The candidates will be there. It's going to be a great event. It is sponsored by Harold's Ice Cream and the League of Women's Voters in Northampton here. And I encourage you to go, 7 p.m. I will be there. And it should be a great event. Where do we start today, Lewis? I think we should start with this Olympics situation. And for those who aren't up to speed, and Lewis, that microphone is making a crazy amount of noise. We need to do something about that.
We need to get some WD-40.
We need to oil that thing up or something. I don't know. You'd think the mic arms should be the quietest things in the studio. Maybe the chairs need to be the quietest thing. I don't know. I won't even move mine to save ourselves the embarrassment of our audience hearing what it sounds like if a chair accidentally moves a quarter of an inch in here. I'm going to keep my chair perfectly still for the time being. Well, Barack Obama is lobbying, I guess, for lack of a better term, for the upcoming Olympics to be in Chicago. And there's a lot of controversy over this, primarily because people like to criticize anything the president does, I think primarily. And is it a mistake for him to go? Is it a waste of time for him to go? Is he not accomplishing other things? I mean, the thing we have to keep in mind is that there's phones on Air Force One, right? There's computers. There's also phones and computers anywhere that he might travel, unless it's in an incredibly remote area. And I can't imagine the president to be anywhere for more than a few hours where he would be cut off from communication. And it's probably not even ever that long. If you don't think that the Olympics are a worthwhile thing, that's another story. And some people don't. Some people say we're encouraging the wasting of energy by all these athletes traveling around. Well, they're going to have the Olympics anyway, even if they're not in Chicago. We might as well try to bring in some of that money. It would absolutely reinvigorate the local economy there, I think. Michael Steele, the GOP chairman, says it was a mistake. The entire trip, Barack Obama going anywhere to try to convince people that the Olympics should be held in the U.S. is a mistake. Here's why he said it, and I'm not even sure what his explanation was.
Mistake is in the eye of the beholder. I just don't think it's necessary. I mean, I'm not going to care. I don't know the judgment behind the president going. And if the priority is the Olympics in 7 years, okay, then tell the nation that's the priority and that's what we should be focused on, because we'll create jobs then and we won't worry about it between now and 2016.
Well, it's not just one or the other. It's not just let's worry about creating jobs in 2016 and not worry about creating jobs now. I mean, we can do multiple things. The one argument that I hear is it necessary for Barack Obama to go? I don't know. I don't know how it's decided. I know that there's an Olympic committee that decides. I don't know if there's an audience voting component. I don't think there is for the Olympics, quite frankly. I think it is just this Olympic committee decides who are the final candidates. I think they visit each one, which, by the way, that I can actually see. Are we really going to fly this committee around to every city? I guess it's such a big event that we do want the people to see what would it be like in that city. But a lot of the times the facilities that will be used aren't even built at the time of that visit. I don't know. Is it necessary for Barack Obama to fly there for this?
I don't know what to think about this.
You're not sure?
It's a weird topic. I was under the impression that the Olympics destinations were already picked through 2016.
Well, 2016 is the next one. That's the first one that is undecided as of now, as far as I know.
I don't know.
On this issue, what's going on with Jack Cafferty on CNN? I think that CNN might just be making up viewer emails. Not that we don't do that all the time. Obviously, we need to make up viewer emails, but does CNN need to do that? I'm not sure. Jack Cafferty came on and he read a supposed email that was related to this Olympic trip. Should Barack Obama be lobbying and going on this trip for the Olympics? And someone said, this was a guy called Chuck, supposedly, if you believe Jack Cafferty, saying, Hey, Jack, I voted for Democrats the last 3 elections, and I think it might be time for a change. Obama is wasting time going to Europe to lobby for these Olympics. He should be doing something else with his time, is the gist of it. And I'm thinking to myself, if he's voted for Democrats in the last 3 elections, we just got a change. Why? The email doesn't make sense unless the guy's incompetent or it's made up. I mean, he lost for 8 years in a row. If he voted for Democrats the last 3 elections, he voted for Democrats both times that George W. Bush won.
And the reason he wants a change is because Obama, not because of Obama's bailouts, not because of the stimulus package, not because of his proposed health care,
right?
Because he went to lobby for the Olympics.
Because of the Olympic trip. It doesn't make sense to me. It's hard to believe. It's time for a change. I voted for Democrats the last 3 elections. I don't get it. Hey, we've had Barack Obama a few months. You just got change. You should be thrilled if you're already after 8 years of voting for Democrats during George W. Bush. Because Barack Obama went on one trip to try to reinvigorate the local economy. Yes, Barack Obama is from Chicago. It wasn't Barack Obama's decision that Chicago would be one of the finalists for the 2016 Olympics. Maybe some people believe it was. I don't think so. I don't think so at all. And now it's time for a change. You're going to vote for Republicans after 8 years of trying to get Bush out of office because of the Olympic lobbying trip Barack Obama took. It's hard to believe. And I don't know, I'm not going to accuse CNN of making up emails, even though I did accuse them of that. I'm not sure. It just doesn't. It's a very weird email to make it onto CNN. It
is, but I guess just on a side note, the Olympic thing would be pretty good for the economy. There'd be a lot of people. I don't know how many people the Olympics brings in from other countries.
It's not just the people that are needed during the event, because a lot of times facilities are built. There's going to be contracting work, one of the hardest hit sectors in one of the hardest hit industries in this recent economic downturn. There's lots of benefits that could be had. And the truth is, if you don't want people flying around, they're going to be flying around anyway. Let's have them flying to Chicago. Let's have them putting in those. Is it billions? I mean, it's got to be at least in the hundreds of millions. I think just the TV contract for the Olympics is worth that much.
Probably. Then you've got all the crazy buildings, the parades,
right.
The fireworks, and then all these people staying in the hotels, restaurants.
Well, I don't know if fireworks should be on that list.
Well, you know what I mean. By fireworks, I just mean
not literal
flare.
Fireworks. Flare. Gotcha. Okay. Well, we'll see what happens.
You got to top China.
Yeah, they built some amazing facilities for when the Olympics were there. Absolutely amazing facilities.